What is up, Taurus? Welcome to your general timeless reading. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're new, these are timeless, so whenever you see this is when it's most meant for you. These are also general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Please don't force it to fit. Check out your other placements on my channel. If you want a personal reading or Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below through my website in the description box. I've discounted all my hour-long readings by $10, and there's also an additional $10 off coupon available for those hour-long readings on my website for the month of March. So go ahead, take advantage of that before the month is up. And like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Check out Patreon for the monthly readings, energy shift readings, moon cycle readings, and weekly Patreon only videos. Other than that, let's get into it. The thumbs up help the channel grow, so I greatly appreciate it. And let's see what's going on, Taurus. Let's see what goodies we got going on for you guys. I'm really torn between using Light Series Tarot and Revelations Tarot for you. For the collective. Taurus collective. We're going to do a completely different one than either of them. We're going to do Tarot Illuminati. Okay, let's see what's going on for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Taurus. Heard Reckless Abandonment and Remember My Name. Reckless Abandonment is a song, though. It is a song. Remember My Name. That was quick. Nine of Cups in reverse and the Page of Swords. I feel like I feel like there. Blah, 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 blah. This feels like communication about something that's already been lost. Whether you're talking about this with the person that you've had this loss connection with, or this person's coming to you communicating like, hey, when we had this falling out, it triggered this within me, right? Nine of Cups in reverse and the Page of Swords. I feel like this is going to be a conversation you have about this loss, Nine of Cups. I kind of feel like you're on the receiving end of this, to be honest with you. I don't feel like this is you saying this. I feel like you're on the receiving end of this. I don't feel like somebody's unhappy with you. Yeah, Ace of Swords. This is a truth coming out. Obviously, Ace of Swords, right? It is a truth coming out. I kind of feel like you're going to be blindsided by this. It feels really old. It feels like somebody, like, let's say that you and this friend had a falling out months and months ago, and you've been fine ever since. And then all of a sudden, they're going to bring up, like, hey, remember how a few months back XYZ happened? You're like, really? We're bringing this up again? It's not that it's going to irritate you. I think that this person just really needs to speak on it, because it's something that's been eating at them, and it's about them learning how to feel comfortable speaking their truth. So try to see that this person is stepping outside their comfort zone and is taking not really a risk, but trying to be vulnerable, trying to be open, and trying to communicate this. It's not to stir the pot. It's not for an argument. It really feels that this person, they wanted to talk about this for a long time. It's just that they just now finally have the confidence in themselves. They finally done the healing within themselves, which is commendable, right? We all want to do that. We all want to be able to speak our authentic truth, but I feel like they're doing this towards you. So just keep that in mind if you are on the receiving end of this. If you're the person that's doing this, congratulations, because that's not easy to do, right? When we finally do start saying and speaking our truth, that is a big thing. That is a big move. So congratulations. Yeah, Tower in reverse. That's a long time coming. Aries, Mars, Scorpio energy. I just heard triggers. Yeah, this is old triggers. This is very old triggers. Like I said, this happened a very long time ago. This is an old tower. This is something coming up from the past. This is something from the past. I think that a lot of you are going to be on the receiving end of this. Some of you, this conversation's already happened and you're kind of in the aftermath of it right now. Yeah, Seven of Cups. You're going to be really confused. Like, why are we talking about this again? And I say again because I feel like the first time you talked about it, it might have been swept under the rug in the other person's perspective. They might have perceived that, okay, well, we're not really going to talk about how I feel about it. But in your eyes, it might have been like, okay, well, we're done here. But to them, they might have, yeah, Six of Cups, the past, and the Two of Swords. It wasn't really fully addressed to them. With the Six of Cups in reverse, that's literally indicative of the past. And with the Two of Swords, that's them being emotionally closed off. Like, not really thinking that it's complete, that it has been addressed, right? There's things that weren't said. It's also the swords are over the heart space and the throat space. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is going to happen. It's going to really catch you off guard, but it is leading to this very stable foundation. It's because they're trying to create the sense of stability, sense of comfort, sense of self for themselves, right? And that's why they want this new cycle. They're going into this new cycle, which it is spring equinox right now. So it does make sense. People starting these almost like resolutions for themselves, like this new budding of who they want to be. But it's creating a lot of this old wounding to come up because it's energy that we need to purge. Three of Swords, right? Underneath that was strength. I'm having the courage to speak on this finally. So let's clarify. Let's use Witch's Tarot. It's very decisive with that, which I like. For those of you who are new, I don't focus solely on romance. These readings can be in regards to family, friends, work, yourself, spirituality, anything and everything. It's just what you most need to hear. Okay, so just take them as they resonate. And if you're new to tarot, check out How to Interpret Tarot as a Viewer, because tarot does read the energy around you. So if this isn't resonating for you, these can be two people in that you live with, for example. So if you live with your family, this can be your mother and your brother. This could be your parents. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I've linked that video down below in the description box for you guys. Nine of Cups, the Devil. Yeah. So it's their fears, their anxieties. It's something that's really been haunting them for a while. The shadow side. Wow. Capricorn energy. They've been sitting in this for a long time. It's something that's been really festering with the Devil there, though. Nine of Cups in reverse and the Devil. It's not necessarily, like their shadow in particular, but it is something that they've repressed, that they really held on to. It's almost like they've had like it's bottled up into resentment, not towards you, but just kind of like, you know, when you have something for so long that you want to talk about that you just don't talk about, and eventually you're about to explode because you're not saying it. That's kind of the point that they're getting to, but they're trying to say it in the way that is healing for this connection. They're not trying to start a fight. They're not trying to stir the pot. And if it does come off that way, I think it's really just because their anxiety and their nerves gets the best of them. Let's get another on the Nine of Cups. The Moon in reverse, the Queen of Swords, there's their truth, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, because emotionally they're in a better place now. They see it clearly. They understand why this triggered them, because they had their insecurities in the past, and now they have that stable foundation that they're ready to build on, right? With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, they realize that this was rooted in insecurity and a lack of confidence, not being able to be that Queen of Swords, not being able to speak their truth at the time, which is why they needed this time to kind of step back and really think about, how do I want to approach this? How do I want to speak on this? Probably aware that you might not be really receptive to it. And some of you may be receptive to it, but maybe a little caught off guard that it's coming up again. But with the Five of Cups there, it tells me that they are over the situation, but they just need to speak it to get that energetically purge it, right? They're over it. They do want to talk about it to kind of clear the air, like, hey, let's make peace with this. I do want to be clear that when we talked about it previously, though, I wasn't done talking about it. I still had things I wanted to say, so I want to make sure you know what those things are. It doesn't feel combative. It really doesn't. Let's look at the Page of Swords. Yeah, Six of Swords in reverse. I can't move on from this yet. I need to talk about it. That's all they're saying. I can't move on from this yet. I can't quite bury the hatchet. I'm still stuck in the Five of Swords, the conflict. I can't move to the Six yet. They can't let it go. Yeah. So let's see what they're going to say with the Ace of Swords. Six of Swords is Aquarius, Queen of Swords, Libra, the Moon is Pisces, Five of Cups, Scorpio, and the shadow side, which is the Devil, is Capricorn. Let's look at the Ace of Swords energy. Whoop, stay there. It's like they want this connection to progress. They just want it to not be stuck in this old cycle. They don't want to repeat this again in the new cycle, right? And I feel like that's what they're communicating. Like, hey, I do want us to have new opportunities together. I do want this connection to move forward. I do want us to stay friends, to stay close siblings, to stay romantically involved. I just don't want this situation to repeat itself. So I just want you to be aware of how this affected me. I want you to be aware of how I felt about it, because I don't want it to happen again. I want this cycle to be done, right? So let's say that, like, I don't know, you got into a tiff about something silly, and I don't know, about, I'll use an example from my own life. I don't even freaking care. I went to the gym in the morning. My person doesn't like that I went to the gym without them. And they were like, can you wait to go to the gym with me? And I was like, okay, that upset them. And we talked about it. And that was that. Something silly, right? Something really, really silly like that. They weren't like upset. But I'm just saying, like, it can be something that tiny. And it's just like, hey, just so you know, that made me sad. Man, let's not do that again. Or, hey, let me know if you're going to go to the gym without me so I don't plan to wait on you. There, that's it. That is it. Okay, it's just like, it could be any side of the spectrum, something really tiny to something really big, but just be mindful of it, okay? Some of you, it's like bigger stuff, obviously, but that was just like me giving you an example. It's just so you know, so this trigger doesn't happen again. Let's look at the Tower, though, what this trigger actually was, because this is what it was, right? The Tower moment. What made them angry? Why I feel family's involved in this. Why do I feel for some of you this was like a family gathering that kind of went downhill if you are involved with a significant other. I don't know if you're meeting the parents. Some of you, this feels like a family gathering that kind of went downhill. I don't like that. Yeah, Page of Cups. So there's the vulnerability. There's being open. Yeah. There they are, trying to be very open about what upset them about this Tower moment, about this blow up or this argument that you two had, right? I'm going to explain to you how this approach upset me, right? The vulnerability, the very practical, very grounded approach to this conversation. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, Page of Cups, water energy. I like how they're coming in. They're not coming in aggressive at all. They're coming in very grounded, very calm. I want to talk about this with you because I don't want it to happen again. Yeah, they're stepping into their power. This is actually Taurus energy. I really like this. This is how they're approaching you. Like I said, I do feel like you're on the receiving end of this. They want to keep this connection. They do. They just don't want this damn tower to happen again. I do feel like this might be a pattern. I kind of feel, Taurus, I kind of feel like you might have been oblivious that this upset them. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes things happen and we're like, oh, I didn't know that was... like, that was really hurtful to you. I didn't mean to upset you. It kind of feels like that. Yeah, Seven of Swords and the Hermit. They might have literally just got quiet about it and not expressed that it was deceptive, that it hurt them, that they felt betrayed by it. Seven of Swords in reverse. Because the Hermit is like a ghosting energy. It's going within. They didn't really want to express to you like, hey, I felt deceived. I felt hurt. I felt betrayed by that. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And that might confuse you. You might not understand why they felt that way. It could be rooted in their previous traumas with other people. Yeah, you might not understand why they feel that way. But you're Queen of Pentacles because you're a true pair. Like I said, very strong connection. So you have a true pair, the King and the Queen of Pentacles. You might not understand Ace of Swords in reverse, why they feel that way, because that's their own healing that they need to address. Which they will, which is why you're so confused. Like, why is this coming up again? I don't understand why you think that that was deceptive. And maybe you don't need to really understand, but just be mindful that this person does have healing to do around that aspect. Doesn't mean that you need to tiptoe around who you are around them either. We're not here to accommodate other people, but learning how to communicate and understand my triggers, my person's triggers is part of these connections, right? So we can heal and grow together and be compassionate and hold space for one another. And this Queen is very aware. Sorry, I have hiccups right now. I'm trying not to hiccup. They have healing to do, right? With the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords, there's a Three of Swords energy present. in reverse, right? And they're trying to address that healing. I just think that it's delayed right now, which is why it's in reverse. I don't think that they're avoiding the healing, because they are Queen of Pentacles upright, which means that they're in a very grounded, very honest energy, because they are speaking their truth and they are trying to close out the cycle. And the new opportunity for both of you is a little delayed right now because they're in the midst of all this healing. So let's look at the Six of Cups in reverse. Very interesting reading. I like this though. Yeah, 10 of Cups, High Priestess, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. I feel like this is the Queen of Pentacles energy. There's a lot of love in this connection. The Queen of Pentacles is very scared of not having a stable foundation though within this connection. So they might be accustomed to having relationships or dynamics with other people, if it's not a romantic connection, right? Just dynamics with other people that do not have that sense of stability or security or loyalty to them, legacy, right? Because the Ten of Pentacles is a energy of something that's going to last the test of time. It's something that's going to last for years and years and years. It's family, it's stability, it's things that are deeply rooted, right? It's something that you can invest in, it's contracts, it's marriage, things of that nature. And they have the innate sense to want to run from that when they see it, because they associate a Ten of Pentacles with something that does not last, right? That's a trigger to them. There's a lot of love here, but they're questioning it as the High Priestess. Like, am I really seeing this love? Is it an illusion? There's a lot of, is this the past again, right? Kind of the past being dubbed over the present moment situation. And that's why the Two of Pentacles is the bottom of the deck. They're not sure what to think. So they are still struggling with healing their past issues and some insecurities. Is that the other person's issue to resolve? No, but it is something that we hold space and compassion and gentleness for other people, because we all have our own struggles, our own battles to address, right? Let's look at the Two of Swords. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Very nice. And as soon as this person learns to open up their heart space and they do this healing, that's when they get this very stable foundation and they feel that sense of security. And that's when they open up the heart. Queen of Cups. Very nice. Let's get another on the Two of Swords. Wheel of Fortune, so you're being very supported by the universe, and the Three of Swords in reverse. I love it. So there comes the healing, there comes the expansion, right? Understanding the greater knowledge, because the Jupiter energy it's expansion in the sense of higher consciousness energy too. It's not just expansion in the sense of, ooh, I'm expanding who I am as a person in regards to love and prosperity. It is expansion in knowledge and understanding of who you are spiritually, right? On a healing level, in regards to understanding your ego and your shadow and your own wounds, and how to integrate that shadow and understand your own triggers and your ego. And that's what this person is doing, because they want the stability, they want this connection, and they're going through that healing to do so. But it is going to require the patience of Taurus, or the other person if you are the person that's doing this healing, or both of you if you're both basically mirroring each other. I don't really feel mirroring in this connection. I feel that one person is on the receiving end of this, and kind of just having to be patient with the Queen, the feminine energy. And feminine energy does not mean that it is the female, right? Energy is not gender. It's another thing I cover in that video of how to interpret tarot that's linked in the description box for you guys. Cover a lot of things in there, like what videos to watch for your rising sign, moon, sun sign, all that stuff, and why. Let's look at the Knight of Swords and your overall energy. I just heard ambition, Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Yeah, this is really wanting to build a stable soul tribe. I like this because 3 and 3 equals 6. That's harmony. That's balance, right? And I'm not feeling like a third party here for those of you who freak out when you watch tarot and you're like, oh my gosh, 2 3s, it's a third party. No, it's not the case, okay? So don't freak out just because you see synchronicity. 3s actually are indicative of manifestation. So if you've been manifesting a very significant connection, this is just a very good sign. 33 is a master number. It's master number 11 to the 3rd power, which is really, really good. 3 of Pentacles is stability, it's foundations, it's growing, it's something that you're building with another, it's collaboration energy. And the 3 of Cups is soul tribe. It's also reconciliation, it's happiness, it's joy, it's coming together, it's celebration. And the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords in this deck, is very rapid movement. It's the fastest of the knights, and it's also honest communication from the heart space, but it's also very thought out. And then we have the Four of Wands after that, which is stability, stable foundations. I personally, as a reader, don't take this as marriage, but it is long-term commitments. My marriage card is the Hierophant. So I know a lot of readers say the Four of Wands, ooh, it's marriage. Yes, it can be. But to me, it's very long-term commitments and stable foundations. We do have the Fool after that. It is in reverse, and I think that's because this Queen is still doing some healing, which is why it's delayed a little bit. They're still currently in the process of this healing, which is why it's followed by Strength and the King of Pentacles, right? Having the strength to trust that this King of Pentacles is going to be supportive and loving throughout this process of doing this healing, right? But I loved this. Absolutely love this reading. This was really nice. Bottom of the deck is Justice, Libra energy. Absolutely beautiful. Balance, harmony, 3-3, right? Very, very, very nice. 33, 11 to the third power. What's Justice in Tarot? 11. Very nice. I love it. I absolutely love this reading. This is very, very nice. It's very healing. So Taurus, if this resonated, I'm very excited for you. Hold space for yourself, for the person you're dealing with, and vice versa. Like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below through my website in the description box. And other than that, check out Patreon if you want access to more monthly readings, energy shift readings, moon cycle readings, weekly Patreon only videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.